need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Unable to connect on the free throw. To Gerald Green. Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
San Antonio with the basketball. Kenneth Faried pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rivers with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. Has a chance. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number one, a hezi. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by it. Number two, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number three, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Fast pace, Mike D'Antoni giving his guys a breather. Has a look. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
To Capella. Harden shakes free and hits.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor to Harden. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Pau Gasol. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Paul. Fires the three. And Chris Paul. Quick catch and shoot there. 4-3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Harden. From long range, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Spurs will take the timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second. Quarter.
For San Antonio, number 1.
Patty Mills to Cunningham. Clint Capella snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Mills in possession. His guys down big. To Cunningham. Here's a chance from long range. He took the bait and he hits.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. San Antonio ball. To Cunningham. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Oh, big finish at the rim. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Harden. Cleans it up to Paul. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Harden in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Tough make through traffic.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
DeMar DeRozan. He's 3 for 7.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To P.J. Tucker. Paul. Harden, defended by DeMar DeRozan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. To Paul. Harden. Second effort. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
DeRozan with it. Down a bundle. To Cunningham. The drive. Right to the basket. Full throttle. Right to the basket for the deuce.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Paul. And the finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Nothing going here on that drive.
2 minutes remaining in the
Harden. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Trying to cash in. DeMar DeRozan. With that, he's 5 for 9.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Turns and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. DeRozan. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Paul into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead.
timeout. Houston. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the fans who volunteered at our recent food run. We couldn't have done it without your support. If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
Mike D'Antoni changing up his lineup. Going to launch beyond the arc. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. DeRozan with the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Oh, he had it. DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. To Aldridge. Driving right to the basket. From the painted area, won't go down. For three. Taken by Aldridge. Cruises inside for two.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Rivers into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Knocks it down.
The post-shot confidence is everything. He's still running down the court, holding his extension.
The drive right to the basket. And the Rockets have the rebound. Straight on three. At the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over.
Thanks for joining us for
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Knocked loose. Rockets have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Not that time. He missed it. Straight on look to Harden. Paul to Harden. Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot. Well defended.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Spurs have it. Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. Paul. Fires the three. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
DeRozan with it. Looking to make something happen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
To DeRozan. Eric Gordon swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
DeRozan with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Clint Capella rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Harden lobs it up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Spurs in possession. DeRozan against Harden. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
To Capella. DeRozan. Deep. Slams it home on the putback.
He's a relentless scorer. It doesn't matter if you stop him once. He's going to keep coming at you time and time again.
And a nice finish at the rim.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Harden. 4-3. Smothering deep.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
It goes down.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Harden up against DeRozan. Here comes the screen. Harden to Paul. It's Harden. Can't connect. P.J. Tucker sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2.
Into the game for the San Antonio Spurs. Number 3, Quincy
Harden to Paul. Lays it up and in.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocks it down from mid-range. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time for some reinforcement. Greg Popovich will switch things up.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul.
DeRozan against Harden.
2 minutes left.
Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Harden. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
DeRozan with the basketball. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
DeMar DeRozan, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Paul. Not sure what that was all about. It's no good. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 20.
To Gasol. Pau Gasol. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Fires the three. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the three.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell him with the easy lay.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. He gets it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Knocked loose. Harden